Okay, review sheet number 10. So we have a company wish to manufacture a box with a volume of 20 cubic feet and it's open on the top. Okay, so like I envision a shoebox without the lid. So I'm going to draw it here in very talented style. Now what they didn't tell us this time is that, you know, the other problems it said, oh, it's a square on one side. Well, this one is not. But they did tell us, so if this is the width of the box, it did tell us that the length is twice as long. Okay, so that is quality. Oh, I ran out of room with my drawing. Okay. All right, well, so clearly it's not to scale, but we do know some information. Okay, we know that this is X. We're going to call that X. That's the width. We know that the length is twice as long. That's 2X. So those two are related. We don't know anything about the height, so we have to call that Y. But they also told us this. The volume was 20. Well, the volume is length, which is X, times width, which is 2X, times height, which is Y. Okay, so 2X squared Y, that's the volume, and they told us that was 20. So I'm going to be able to use that, I feel certain, but for right now we're going to put it on hold because I want to read what they're looking for. Find the width of the box. Okay, well, X is my width, so I'm really just finding X. That can be produced using the minimum amount of material. Okay, this time they're not minimizing the volume. They didn't say anything about volume. They're talking about minimizing material. That's surface area. That means what you make the box out of. That's what they mean by material. That's surface area. Okay, so I need to write what the formula is for surface area. Surface area is just the area of all the sides of your box. Okay, so let's just start writing that down. So I have the front of my box right here. It has a matching one on the back. And the area of that is X times Y. Okay, and I have two of those, a front and a back. So that's 2XY for the front and the back. I have to add that to the left and the right side. So there's two of those. And the dimensions are 2X times Y. So I have two of those that are 2X times Y. Okay. Now it did say it's open on the top. So I just need the dimensions of the bottom, which is X times 2X. So that's 2X squared, X times 2X. Okay. Again, it said open top, so I don't have two of those. So if I clean that up, I got 2XY plus 4XY plus 2X squared. That's my surface area. That's what I'm trying to minimize. Okay, which means take the derivative, set it equal to 0, but I have some y's in here. I don't want those y's. So go back to your little definition statement. I always told you there will be some way you can define y, and you're going to use this. Get rid of that 2x squared, divide both sides by 2x squared, and you get y equals 20 over 2x squared, which means y equals 10 over x squared. That's y. So substitute that in your surface area. And I get the surface area equals 2 times x times 10 over x squared, that's y, plus 4 times x times 10 over x squared, plus my 2x squared. That's a squared. So cleaning up, I'm going to try to do this kind of in one step. So this one gives me 20x over x squared. This one gives me 40x over x squared. They have the same denominator. So 20x plus 40x is going to give me 60x over x squared, which I can still simplify, by the way. So those x's cancel, and I'll have 60 over x plus 2x squared. Since I'm going to have to take the derivative, I'm going to go ahead and write that using negative exponent because it's easier to do the derivative that way, okay? So all I've done is rewrite. This is my surface area. I need to minimize it, which means take the derivative, set it equal to 0. All right? Derivative means move that exponent forward, subtract 1 from my exponent, do the same thing over here, and that has to be equal to 0. And now you got to solve it. Move that 60x to the negative 2 over. equals 4x. I'm going to rewrite it like this because it's easier for me to see how to finish solving it. Multiply both sides by x squared so that they are together. And you get 60 equals 4x cubed. Divide both sides by 4 and you get 15 equals x cubed. So to get x by itself, I have to do the cube root of 15 in my calculator. That gives you 2.47. The sheet says 2.4, which means whoever did the answer sheet is a dirty cutter. But you end up getting x equals 2.47. That happens to be the width, which is all they asked for. So it's 2.47 feet. That's it.